Hello everyone, welcome back to another video with Arduino. I know it's been a bit of a delay, but now we're back with another video dealing with the 7-segment display. This is a bit different in the sense that there are 4 different digits as opposed to the single digit 7-segment display we've been working with in the past. And if you recall correctly, there were 7 different pins matching with 7 different segments. So there'd be a pin for each of these, but with this, there are 4 different numbers, each with their respective 7 segments. So since there's not that many pins, how can we control what each number shows? So now let's dive right in. Before I display the wiring diagram, I want to make a few comments about this actual project. So we have here, this is the 4-digit 7-segment display. It has about 12 pins, 6 on this side, 6 on the other side, and you can see a bit of circuitry on the bottom. And essentially we're going to be going over how to display each of the respective numbers. As I was discussing before, the usual 7-segment display has about 8 pins in total, which correspond for one segment. So if we were to do that 4 different times, that would be very tedious. It would make our circuit look very hectic and chaotic, making it practically unusable. So with this, we have only 12 pins, and we can display a 4-digit number with our 7-segment display. So once I put this back in, you can see the number displayed right now is 8751. You can choose whatever number you'd like, but with that, let's hop into the wiring diagram. Alright, so here's the wiring diagram. I try to make them distinct colors so it's easier for you to tell, especially for these 2 gray wires. Maybe I'll make this a lighter color like, how about we go with black? Or dark color like black. But here we have it. You can see this gray one, or all the gray wires in fact, are connected from resistors. I just changed this one since it didn't fit. It was with the gray color. Additionally, I just wanted to point out that the real 7-segment display, or at least that's how my module looks, has only 6 different pins on the actual module. So essentially, when I was creating this wiring diagram, I ignored these 2 points. So take what you will. Feel free to pause the video here, and feel free to drop any comments if you have any. Important thing to note for this project, there's no ground or 5-volt being connected, and it's all just different wires going to different pins. So with that, let's move on to the actual code. Alright, so now looking at the code, this is the same code as we had last time. I just want to make a few different distinctions. You can see that these are the different 2D arrays, making sure that it accounts for every single number. But what if there was a library or a simpler way to actually phrase this? Instead of these large arrays where you're going to have to iterate through all of this and then loop through it. So essentially, with the second option, what we've done is we've added a second library. This is called the sevseg library, which you can probably interpret as the 7-segment library. If you copy this straight, it's not going to work. You actually have to go into manage libraries, and it may take a little while, but essentially the way that this thing works is it simplifies everything a lot easier, so that once you declare the pins that you've connected to it, you can just display a number, which is actually quite interesting. Let's see if we can get everything downloaded. What you want to just search up is 7-segment. Okay, and if we search it up, it might not appear on my end just because it's already been downloaded. And you can see that it's installed. So all you got to do is click the option install, and it should be good to go. So you can just copy down this code. I'll just talk a little bit about it. We want to initialize the 7-segment. We have 4 digits, right? Because it's a 4-digit 7-segment display. And for each of these, we're kind of just declaring our pins that we've connected to. So 2, 3, 4, 5, these are our digit pins, and then for our different segment pins we have a bunch which control the certain segments, which one to turn on and off. We can go down here. We want to begin with a common cathode, which basically means the power that you provide will turn on the segments along the negative railing. Setting brightness to a certain amount, we can play around with this. And then here is where you can control the number that you input. Maybe let's input the year. We can input bunch of random other numbers, making sure that it stays within the 4-digit range. Alright, so that's going to be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. Today we learned about the 7-segment display with 4 different digits. We looked over the wiring diagram and the programming and looked at a different library. So in the future we're going to make a few more videos about how to display certain things with it, like time or temperature. If that's something you're interested, leave a comment and I'll be sure to get back to you. So I hope you enjoy, and make sure to like and subscribe.